All right, it is a beautiful Friday here at Overland Expo Day 1. As you can tell probably from behind me, this has been super windy. Phil and I have been getting around, but everybody is having a great time and there are just tons of people here. First Overland Expo, multiple, why do you come?
So for me, it's so I can see all my friends.
There's something for everybody in this, you know, whether you call it car camping or you call it an expedition, there's something for everybody in between there, I think.
My name is Michael Ladden. I am currently traveling more than 220,000 miles around the world on board my 1994 Staunton Stevenson Overland Expedition rig and KTM adventure bike. This is my story.
Kind of walking around just interviewing people that have been coming to Overland for a while. And tell me what you think is different this year, better.
Well, the wind is definitely different.
And the wind is definitely different.
I haven't got to walk around a heck of a lot so far, but it seems to me it just continues to do what it's done year after year, and it's just growing, man. More and more people. A lot of the folks that I talk to, this is their first Overland Expo, and they're just getting started, so that's good to see more and more people getting out into this pastime.
I saw the same thing. I think out of 10 people that came by my truck, 9 of them were newbies at Overland.
Yeah.
So that's great to see.
Yeah, it's
and I'm hearing like 30,000 something people here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And this is Friday in wind. So you can imagine tomorrow. So what do you guys have planned for any adventures coming up? What's going on?
Yeah, our biggest adventure this year is we're headed back to Alaska again.
Nice.
So we'll be spending several weeks up there and might even run the Dalton again. So I'm pretty stoked.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Very cool.
So.
All right, I'm not going to take a lot of your time because I know there's lines. So get over there and talk to people.
We'll do it, man.
Thanks, man.
Take care.
Now, tell me about this paint.
Yo, never touched it.
Is it? That's original. Like it's not made like that.
I never touched it. That's how I found the truck.
Wow.
I try not to mess with anything.
Yep, yeah. All right, we are out at Overland Expo. Phil and I are walking around doing interviews, and I can't even begin to tell you, the wind is like whipping at, what do you think, 40 miles an hour gust probably, right?
It's got to be minimum 40 miles per hour.
Yeah, there were a few guys we were interviewing, we had to hold down their tent, so.
There are vendors that literally everything is moving out of their lights.
Flying away. So anyways, maybe you can see behind me, look at the flags. Okay, I am sitting here with Jerry from Tembo Tusk. And as you guys know on my channel, I talk about these guys constantly, right?
And I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh my God.
And I would love to eat off your scuttle. Oh,
well, that's going to happen tomorrow night.
I hope so.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
So, tell us about, you know what I want to know? I've never asked. How did it start? How did the whole thing start?
Well, scuttle-wise or
Yeah.
Tembo Tusk-wise?
Well, you tell me.
Well, most of the time, like most things, it out of a need. I needed something that I couldn't get in the market.
Yep.
And so I made it myself. And then I figured that maybe other people would like it, and it went from there.
Yeah.
I mean, originally our company started with a drop-down slide.
Yep.
And I couldn't buy one in the States. They didn't exist. I went to Australia. They had one, but they wouldn't sell it to me. And shipping was insanely ridiculous. And they just wouldn't ship it to me.
Yeah.
So I came home, I designed one, made one, and that's what started Tembo Tusk.
Awesome.
And same thing with the scuttle. Now, our scuttle idea comes from South Africa. My wife's from South Africa.
Gotcha.
And
that makes sense.
went to we had a South African scuttle for years, but eventually the plastic bits broke, and it became unstable. Go to South Africa, figured I'll buy another one. couldn't find one.
Yeah.
They don't sell a camping one anymore. Came home, built one, and all of a sudden, that's really that took off from there.
And why does everybody need to get one? Now, I tell them constantly, but you're the guy. You got to tell them. Why does everybody need a scuttle?
They are too much fun. Now, I'm going to stand up here. I don't know if you can catch me.
Yeah.
When you're cooking on a 2-burner stove,
Yeah. Yep.
oh, your back is to everybody.
That's
you're
right.
Cooking.
Yep.
Now, you're cooking on a scuttle. You turn around. You are now the center of attention.
Yep. And it's
And
round.
everyone hangs around with you.
Yep.
You're now the campfire that feeds people. And I think it's really unique. You know, you don't have to clean up. It's like cast iron, and it's plain fun to use.
Which is why it's great for like anybody that's on the road all the time, because it takes up very little space.
Yeah.
And I don't have to clean up. And I was telling somebody this morning, my number one use of water on board is
Clean it.
dishes,
Yes.
right? And the scuttle, you don't have to, you just wipe off.
Yeah. And if you do get a little crud, put a little water. You boil the water.
Yeah.
Wipe it out,
That's
and you're
right.
done.
I would just like to add, gentlemen,
Uh-oh.
that I think it induces healthy cooking. It kind of forces you to have a protein, a
Yep.
vegetable.
Yeah.
Real food.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not necessarily putting frozen stuff on there, although I got to admit. But
Yeah.
you're fresh vegetables, fresh stuff that you can find locally. That's what makes it awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's where it's at.
That's where we're at. We're good. So now you got to see Jerry on my channel. All right, we are checking in here from Overland Expo, and I got a group behind me. Come on. These are the Tembo Tusk guys. There's Jerry right there. And all these guys. And look at these guys in the onesies. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up. And we're cooking over here. There's the scuttle somewhere. Woo! Yeah! All right, I'm standing here with Brad from TrailRecon and Marco from Overland X. And what do you guys? You guys have been coming here for years. So, what do you like about coming to Overland Expo, and what's different about this year, maybe?
Well, for me, a lot of folks don't realize it, but I spend my days filming videos, staring at a camera lens. And so I don't get to talk to the people that are watching the videos very often. And so coming to an event like this is an opportunity to just shake hands, talk to the folks about what they're loving, what about their adventures. And then, there's a lot of industry folks here and just friends from our community that we enjoy hanging out and talking with.
It's basically that. The community is it's big, but it's small.
Yeah.
And you get to meet a lot of people, and you talk to them on social media, and then you put a face on that DM that they send. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I call it like family reunion every year, right? Like
Exactly.
hanging out.
Yeah.
And we usually scurry around in the morning at like 6 a.m. before we all get inundated, right?
Yeah.
So this year we got wind. We got it's not a hurricane.
Right. Yeah.
Or flooding.
Yeah. I think every year that I've been here, there's been some kind of weather, whether it was freezing cold, whether it was snow, whether it was rain. I think this is probably the windiest we've ever been. Yeah.
I did a cooking demo,
Yep.
and it got dusty, but I think that gives flavor to the food.
And I'll be on the Tembo Tusk scuttle tomorrow night. Saturday night we do a cook-off by my truck.
There you
It'll
go.
be a lot of fun.
Your food doesn't need any extra flavor, brother. It's good to go.
Yeah, it is always good to go, right? So what else you got to say?
I think it's crazy how this whole event has evolved. So not only has this event from the very first time, I mean, where we are standing, there are hundreds of vehicles and people. Years ago, this part wasn't even part of the expo, right? And so it's crazy how this has evolved. But now, this isn't the only one. Now there's going to be 4 this year, and so it's mind blowing just how big the Overland growth has been over the last couple of years. It's pretty amazing, and it's awesome because I think it's great for people to get out, have these adventures, make memories with family and friends, and I love seeing this many people. I know there's some people that are like, oh, there's too many people. I'm like, no, there's lots of public lands out there.
But it's also merging of sort of van life and RV and overland and the old, 4-wheeler people.
Adventure bikes.
Right?
And adventure
And bikes. I mean, it's just amazing. Just the motorcycle corral and everything around here is huge, right?
Yeah,
It's awesome.
yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, there's something for everybody in this. Whether you call it car camping or you call it an expedition, there's something for everybody in between there. I think.
All right, guys, that's it. We're talking. Unless you got something else to say.
Well, thanks for.
I know. Yeah, thank you. And get back to entertaining all your fans.
Okay, we're taking this is like a 20-second break here at Overland Expo. Phil, thanks for bringing us some Thai food. And we're stuffing it down inside. We're hiding, we're literally, right?
We've been inundated with people, and we're trying to squeeze in a 2-minute lunch break.
That's all we get.
All right, we are with Michael and Corey from Overland Bound. I'm Mike Ladden from Drive the Globe. I know we have met many times over the years.
Absolutely.
And I think Phil and I were joking because I think we're like OG guys because I think I'm number 8,000 something.
Oh, that's
and he's
old
number
school.
3. Exactly,
great.
right? So what?
Yeah.
How? My first
Yeah.
question is, how many members are there?
We're over 40,000 now.
40,000.
And that curve keeps going up. I mean, most of the folks that are watching probably know that the overland lifestyle, getting out there in nature, more and more people want to do it. Not to bore you with numbers, but I happen to know that, last year there were 10 million new camping households in North America. So lots of people, lots of people enjoying going outside. And we think that's great because it makes healthier, happier humans. Run what you brung, get some kit and get outside and do it safely.
And that's what we always say. Just do it, right?
Yeah, do it.
Get your gear, but come on, let's have fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And don't think you need one of these rigs to do it. I mean, we're standing around. You guys will probably see some video. There's some nice vehicles. I can drool over them, but
you got them right next to you, right behind us here, all over the place.
Yeah. This is still a great place to come and get ideas and see the full range of rigs so that you see the diversity and you realize, you really can shape it however you want it. And there's such a variety of rigs here. You can see the latest, greatest kit. You can talk to a lot of folks. Of course, what I would say is, if you want to know how a lot of this gear stacks up when people actually use it, that's when you go to overlandbound.com.
I like that. I like that.
Because our members use the gear and they share that information. But this venue, Overland Expo, fantastic. They have some great classes here if you're just getting into it. But just to see the variety of vehicles and get ideas for your own build, that's really
and the social aspect, just meeting so many people that actually get out there and do, right?
Absolutely. I mean, if you've been doing this for a little while, of course, for Corey and I, that probably is the most important aspect of this because we get to meet with all of our members. There's a lot of folks that we know. And so connecting with the Overland Bound community face to face is the reason that we really come and do these shows. I mean, that's the most important reason for us as well. Yep, that's true. Yeah.
Well, I won't hold you up because, and thanks for talking to us, but
Anytime.
and survive the wind. Let's hope that goes away.
Well, we're putting this gear to the test. Nobody can fake it. It's like, we'll stand up to the harsh winds. We'll find out this weekend.
All right, man. Thank you.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah. We are here with Outdoor X4, and tell us a little bit about it. And actually, my first question is what do you think about Overland Expo this year and the wind that we got going on right now as I'm holding on to your tent?
Yesterday we were trying to set up our tent, and it was like a big wind sail. We had to go to Plan B, which ironically, that kind of reflective of what overlanding is really about. You have these experiences where nothing ever really goes as planned, and you have to move on to Plan B, and you have to find a fix for how to get to where it is that you're trying to go. That's exactly how it's been for us at this booth. We've resorted to Plan B. We're kind of on Plan C now.
And we might be on G by the end of tomorrow.
We might very well be. But it's been a windy day, but it's been a great day.
To somebody that's never been here, what are the reasons that you would tell them that they really should get here?
Hearing stories from people who have experienced traveling, whether it's been domestically or internationally or driving the globe. You get to see and experience those things here. And there are vendors that are able to accommodate all the different types of things that you would want to use and put onto a vehicle. The other great thing about this event is that you have plenty of opportunities from an educational perspective to learn. There are roundtable discussions that are held on a myriad of subjects that really help complement the visuals of seeing the vehicles, but then also learning about the vehicles.
How do we go out and use them?
Exactly. There's excellent off-road instruction that occurs throughout the course of the weekend. There's adventure motorcycling instruction. There's a whole adventure motorcycling village for people who enjoy their adventures on two wheels. There's a film festival that goes on during the course of the weekend. There's just a myriad of things that people can see and experience and do while they're here, and that really makes this event a one-of-a-kind event here in the United States and really
the biggest one in the world. You know?
It's become that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. We're just outside of Flagstaff here, right after Overland Expo. And what is this stuff called? What is it called? It's
Oh my gosh. Rain?
6 months, right?
Wow.
How long?
It's been a long time.
Yeah, none of us have seen rain in 6 months. This is it's. Can you see the drops?
Thanks for watching this video. If you like what we're doing, be sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the truck and tree symbol to your right. Once again, thanks and hope to see you soon.